When you don't have anything to do on the weekend, what do? You go to Barnes and Noble with your wife and your daughter, and you wander around and you buy books that you probably don't need but are excited to read. So, book haul alert. First up, we have Cormac McCarthy's Child of God. I recently finished the Border Trilogy, which contains All the Pretty Horses, The Crossing, and Cities of the Plain. You know I'm a big Cormac McCarthy fan. You know I'm a fan of anything that emotionally wounds me, and I'm assuming that this will as well. I've heard this one is fairly disturbing, and I like books that disturb me. Sue me. Not in a bad way. I feel like, think about it this way. Whenever you paint, you have to sand. Otherwise, the paint won't stick. Whenever you have a serious thing to say, you have to apply abrasive, disturbing material, maybe so it sticks. That's my metaphor anyway. Use it if you like it. Maybe I'm dumb. Anyway, another Cormac McCarthy. I love him. I started a new tradition where every time I go in to buy books, I'm going to pick up one that's in the new and noteworthy section. Partly because I mostly read books that have been written for a long time or a while, with the exception of a few, and I would like to, I sometimes find it comical that I review books that have been written for 10, 20, 30, 40, sometimes years, sometimes centuries. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to review those to tell you if you should like them, but fortunately the book world is kind of different. But this is Tooth and Claw, a Longmire story by Craig Johnson. Maybe you've seen the Longmire show on Netflix, but I really like that show. I love this cover. I love the idea of a bear in the story. So I said, you know what, new and noteworthy, new tradition. Let's start here with something I'm pretty sure I'll like. Next, we have Mitch Albom's The Little Liar. I got this recommendation from the literary Meg, who I believe she described it as devastatingly beautiful or beautifully devastating. Those words immediately prick my ears up. I want to be hurt and I want it to be beautiful. Mitch Albom, the only other Mitch Albom work I have read is Tuesdays with Morrie. That one, even as a teenager, destroyed me. So I'm excited to be hurt again. Now I'm going to tell you what my wife bought. She walked up to me and she said, I'm buying this strictly based on the cover. I haven't read a word on this thing. It just looks beautiful. This is Tell Me Everything by Elizabeth Strout. If you know anything about this, let me know and I'll tell her. And then, same vein, she says, there's nothing quite so beautiful and colorful and bright and fun as an Emily Henry book cover. And I don't know Emily Henry, but she wrote Great Big Beautiful Life, and my wife's going to read it. I love books. I love to own books. I love to have books. I love to read books. Tell me what you've recently got and what you're looking forward to reading. Thanks for watching.